Hi, this is Connie from the Piano University. I wanted to make this a video today to talk about what exactly music theory is. I have been teaching piano for 36 years, and other piano teachers and I think all we're a little bit guilty of this. We throw the word music theory around like people know what we're talking about. When new parents come in, I give them a tour of my studio and I talk about how it works. And in here, actually the room I'm in right now is called my theory room. It's a whole room dedicated to music theory. And I've seen just their eyes kind of like glaze over and they're like, okay. Very few actually raise their hand and say, I have no idea what you're talking about. One time, and this was many years ago, I had a parent call me and wanted to sign up her son for piano lessons. She says, and she told me, see, this sticks out. This was probably 15 years ago. But she told me she wanted him to just learn to play and didn't want to learn all the theory. And I didn't really know what to say. And once you understand what music theory is, I think you'll know what I'm talking about. Here's how I explain music theory now. Very simply, it is everything you have to know in your head to be able to play the piano. Can you play the piano without any theory? Sure. Look on YouTube. Cats do it all the time. They don't know any theory. They're just banging away on the piano. And some people just play by ear. So just listening. But if you want to ever read music and understand music, you have to know theory. It's everything you have to know in your head to be able to play the piano. Then as you progress in your theory, it's everything you need to know in your head to play the piano well. So even if you're just playing by ear, you need to understand the music to make it, to really make it musical, to get the interpretation, and so that you know what style you're supposed to be playing, what technique you use for a certain style. Anyway, that's kind of more advanced theory. Basically, on a student's very, very first lesson, I'm starting to teach them theory. We look at the piano, and you know what? It's made up of white keys and black keys. Knowing that there are white keys and black keys is music theory. Then I tell them the names of the letters on all those keys, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's music theory. Then we start to teach them what it looks like up on the page of music. This little note that's round, knowing that notes are round, is music theory. And it has a line going through it. There's lines and spaces. See, that's all theory. And you get into, I don't know if you'll be able to see this music forwards or backwards. You know how sometimes they are. So here, let me just find a piece in here that, okay. Here's a piece, it's called Fantasy. So the very first word right up here is molto rubato. What does that mean? Oh, that's music theory. So when you know theory, you'll understand what that word means. And just look at the music. There's notes that are white and there's notes that are black. What's the difference? Well, that's music theory. There's notes that have little stems stuck on the side of them, and there's notes that don't. Again, that's theory. All these little words that are written in the music, look, there's an F, F, and then the word poco, F, F, M, F, and CRESC. That's an abbreviation. What does it stand for? Crescendo. But that's theory. It means to get louder as you play. So then there's all these there's an apostrophe mark, there's dashed lines, there's things that looks like a bird's eye, there's numbers. All this stuff on the page is theory. So next time somebody says, oh, well, that's music theory, you'll know that it is everything you need to know in your head to be able to play the piano, not just when composers lived and when they died. So I hope that's helpful. And remember, you do need to know theory to play the piano, and especially if you want to play it well. Happy practicing.